Heaven, the First War is a feature-length animated film based on the events that happened in heaven before Lucifer actually caused our parents to fall. You never actually saw anybody actually do a feature film on this and actually go into detail about the relationships who were in heaven, how they, got broken.
I've been in the motion picture business since about 2000 out of Disney. And then kind of transitioned into some work with Pixar. The big thing with Disney was I had my boss, who's a strong Christian, and myself, and another guy from Walden. Our desire was to have Christian films made with the studio quality that we were looking for. And through a lot of prayer and through just some connecting with the right people, we were able to bring the Chronicles of Narnia to Disney and Walden. I get lots of scripts all the time, and being a believer, it's great to get a well-written script with a story that's captivating. And when I got the script of Heaven, the First War and read that, I quickly imagined what the animation would be like in this thing, and the energy and the action and adventure, and it'd be such an entertaining project, but then realizing what's underneath it is this incredible story of good versus evil, which, it's really the full package of story. You got to have a great script, you got to have a great story to make it, really worthwhile. And what I think this needs to be made is because, number one, it's a great script, but it also is an incredible story that needs to be told. And I think in the way the world is these days, it seems like, we're in chaos and people looking for answers. And I think this movie is the right time for this, because then people kind of go, okay, it all started way back here. And I think it could be something that brings people back to God, so it's exciting.
I've been in the film music industry probably close to 32 years. And over those years, I've done a lot of movies. Some of the bigger ones are Day After Tomorrow, Mission Impossibles with Tom Cruise, also the Star Trek movies that have come out recently, Ratatouille, and the movie Up afforded me the opportunity to be one of the orchestrators in a motion picture that won an Academy Award, first of all for the best animated feature, but it also won the best musical score. And a lot of people have seen this movie, and I always ask them if they remember the scene at the beginning, which is about a 4-minute montage where there's no dialogue, it's just music. And it's where Carl and Ellie get married as a young couple, and they grow older and older and older. And finally, Ellie dies. It's the very beginning of the movie, but I had the great honor of being able to orchestrate that.
Oh, Skyrim. Well, that was a Jeremy Soule masterpiece. And I was working with Jeremy on that and did all the vocal writing for that piece. So anytime you hear choir and the men's chorus singing, it's what I wrote. And I actually got to sing on the track as well, and the soundtrack. So that was kind of fun. Heaven and the First War, it sounds like a really interesting project. I think that the concept of showing what it was going on, in the spiritual realm, perhaps before man was created by God, is an interesting thing that people don't really think about. They think of the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve, and that's where it all began, but it really began much earlier. I think the possibilities for music in a film like this are the word that comes to my mind is extravagant, and very exciting. The score will incorporate material from songs that have been written by Brenda Lane. And Brenda's a very talented, gifted songwriter. And I think the songs that she had were inspired even before the film was written, but they just seemed to fit. And it's almost like there was a divine kind of a preset for this, like they were being written for the movie, even though the movie wasn't even, in effect yet. But I think we can use thematic material from those songs as well, and make a very exciting kind of a action adventure score that truly reflects the grand nature of creation, you know, and it could really be very, very exciting.
My name is Sean Amlaner. I've worked as a senior digital compositor here in the film industry in Los Angeles for a number of years. My undergraduate degree was in 3D character animation, which I got at Southern Adventist University. My master's degree is in visual effects, which I got at Savannah College of Art and Design. I've worked on features as well as animated, live action features as well as animated features. It has included big names as well as some independents, but mostly full theatrical release films.
I'm Jeremy Chin. I work as a modeler and modeling supervisor. I started out at Southern Adventist University. I have a degree in character animation, and then I worked in video games for 2 years up in San Francisco, and I've been working in features for about 5 to 6 years now.
As Christians, I think our main role and reason for being on this earth is to be able to evangelize. And working as artists in the film industry, you don't get a chance to really be in a Christian environment. It's more of a secular world. And not only being a testament around those around you, but also being able to express a desire to take what you've learned in what's considered a very high echelon of experience, being able to turn that into a Christian feature film is a really exciting part to be playing in that.
The screenplay is great. I'm excited to see this being brought out and talked about. It's a story we don't see very often in the Christian community or secular community at all. So it's nice to get it out there and kind of explain the reasoning behind things.
My name is Kevin Jackson, and in the past I've worked in film production, so I've worked on Incredible Hulk, Alvin and the Chipmunks. I really liked the screenplay. When I read through it, it was really interesting. It kept me interested the whole time, and I could definitely see it being an animated feature. I think it's a story that needs to be told, and I think that this is a great medium that will reach the sort of age that we live in, as people read less and watch more. Hopefully this type of animation will be more appealing for people who might be interested in the subject matter.
The message I'm looking to convey with this film, Heaven the First War, is God is loving, He's just, He's merciful. When humanity fell, that He had a plan in place that He implemented. You also understand the relationship that God has with His angels, and that the relationship that the angels have with one another, and how it was not only a loss for them, you know, to have 1/3 of the angels be cast out of heaven, but it was a loss for them to have Adam and Eve fall through sin as well.